Luxembourg is one of the smallest countries in the world, however, also the wealthiest one. It has super high GDP per capita, which currently stands at about $1,300,000, and also really high living standards. But how can such a small country be so rich? In the mid-19th century, the Industrial Revolution in Luxembourg began. This led to the construction of new steel mills and the expansion of existing ones, as Luxembourg became a major producer of steel in the world. The Luxembourg steel industry reached its peak in the early 20th century when it employed over 50,000 people. However, the industry began to decline in the second half of the century due to the rise of new steel producers in other countries and the increasing cost of energy. The last blast furnace closed in 1997. The industry has undergone a restructuring, and it is now focused on the production of high-value steel products. Luxembourg has a progressive income tax system. It is calculated according to the amount of income received and tax deductions. Income tax rates range from 0 to 42%. The highest bracket of 42% applies to income in excess of 200,000 euros a year. Luxembourg became home to many gigantic companies that decided to open offices in one of the smallest countries in the European Union. Some big companies with headquarters in Luxembourg include Google, Amazon, Ferrero, Header, and others. Luxembourg is very committed to the development of startups and businesses. The government and different organizations team up to make sure entrepreneurs get the support they need to grow their startups and expand globally. For example, Luxembourg has a special agency called Lux Innovation. One of their popular programs is Fit for Start, where selected startups receive money, coaching, and connections to experts and mentors. This program helps startups grow faster and prepares them to go global. Tourism is a significant contributor to the Luxembourg economy. In 2021, it directly contributed to 1.2% of Luxembourg's GDP and provided 38,617 jobs in 2019, 8.3% of total employment. Rich people may not live in Luxembourg, but their money is definitely here. Luxembourg has over $4 trillion in assets under management. One of the reasons why rich people keep their money in Luxembourg is because of the nice tax regime. The country has a low corporate tax rate of 24%, and there is no capital gains tax. This makes Luxembourg an attractive destination for billionaires and businesses looking to minimize their tax liability. The state of Luxembourg has a budget of around 500 million euros. The budget is managed by the Ministry of Finance and divided into two main categories: ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary expenses refer to costs that are recurrent in nature, such as salaries, pensions, and healthcare costs. These are ongoing expenses that are part of an entity's routine, operations, and obligations. Extraordinary expenses, on the other hand, are less frequent and are typically associated with significant events or projects. Examples of extraordinary expenses are large-scale infrastructure projects, emergency responses and recovery operations following natural disasters, or unexpected financial burdens that are not part of regular operating expenses. The main sources of revenue for the Luxembourg government are taxes, social security contributions, and dividends from state-owned enterprises. As for the expenses, the main areas of expenditure for the government are social security, healthcare, education, and public administration. Luxembourg boasts over 16,000 investment funds, covering a wide range of sectors from venture capital to asset management and hedge funds. Together, these funds manage an impressive 4.5 trillion euros. This demonstrates Luxembourg's position as a hub for financial and investment activities. Notably, the Luxembourg government has extended its investment efforts beyond its own borders, particularly in the Grand Est region. Investments have been made in the expansion and improvement of roads and railways with France. The government believes that these strategic investments will encourage cross-border cooperation and contribute to economic growth in the region. Through these investments, Luxembourg aims to strengthen its economic performance, improve the quality of life of its citizens, and keep the status of one of the wealthiest nations in the world.